Not everybody lives life. Some people are here on this earth, but they're not living. They're just existing. And I kind of want you to ask yourself, are you living or are you existing? And if you feel like you're kind of just existing, you may have to reevaluate your... I fucked that up. To evaluate your... Why can't I say that word? You may have to reevaluate your entire existence. Dun, dun, dun. Stick around to the end if you want some questions to evaluate your own life and kind of question if you're living your own life to the fullest. Like I said in my last video, a lot of people allow life to control them rather than themselves controlling their lives. They're told what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and they just do that. And they're content with doing that. And then, they work for the rest of their life, and then they enjoy maybe a few years of retirement, and then they croak. The thing is that most people aren't aware that they're stuck in this trap. They were told that there was this highlighted route of where to go in life, and they stuck to that route. And when someone came along and gave them an idea for a different route, a lot of times people will get defensive and they kind of just stick to what they know rather than trying to venture out and try something different. Just think about the course of your own life. The majority of you, I'm assuming, you were probably taught to raise your hand, sit upright in class, ask to go to the potty, do well in college, do well in school, do well in college, get a job, work till you collapse, and then you're dead. And then that's it, that's life. Oh, also you can collect Social Security and get your pension if you're lucky. Who knows where the fuck that's gonna be when it's time for us to collect our pensions. To divert a little bit, my main problem with this kind of life is, let's call it the pipeline. The main problem that I have with the pipeline is its utter safety and the feeling of settling if you're going into it. And, if you are happy with working for someone else, collecting a steady paycheck, having a couple kids, going on a vacation once a year and just doing that, that's all well and good, and that's totally cool. But the problem with this pipeline and this safety is that it really, in my opinion, suppresses your creativity and kind of suppresses the ability to really control your own life. And it takes away from the excitement of being able to truly carve your own path in this world. I was a star product of the pipeline. And, I raised my hand, sat upright in my chair, asked to go potty, did very well in school up until it was time to go to college. And when I got to college, I cracked. And I cracked realizing that this path was not the right one for me, and I could not be there any longer. I then started working manual labor jobs and kind of living for the weekend in a sense, and I fell into that trap like I talked about in another episode previous to this. And that's all well and good. I was able to be comfortable, I was okay, and I would have been fine. I would have been fine. But I didn't want to be fine. I realized that I would never have been able to be truly in control of my own life and my own destiny, my own creative prowess, I guess. I would have never been able to really harness that if I had just stayed comfortable and stagnant in the place that I was in. So with that, I came back to school with the intention of forging my own path and eventually kind of creating my own thing. Now, even though I'm physically in the same spot of where I was when I was 18, I'm not only mentally different, but I'm living and I'm not existing here. So I'm studying with interest now. I'm creating a name for myself, or at least trying to. I'm getting stronger every single day, both mentally and physically. And I'm just so excited to see where this journey takes me. And living life isn't, driving around fancy cars and having nice watches and getting tons of bitches. And even though, when you get to that point, that materialistic kind of point of being able to do that, I think that's, fine and well and enjoyable to do. But the main source of gratification that I'm finding in this life is, the path you forge, the memories you create while trying to get to your end destination, the people you meet, the things you do, and the overall journey of getting to where you want to be. It's the journey of getting those watches and those cars that make this whole thing so enjoyable. I get excited to get up and get after it and do things every day. I get excited to get up and live every single day. And the reason is because it allows me to get 1% closer to the goals and the dreams that I want to achieve. You know, I love not only this journey, but trying to make my content better every single day and completely improve every single day, get 1% closer every single day. That shit motivates the frick out of me. The enjoyment of walking that path is awesome. And it really ensures that, you know, I'm not just wasting my days hoping for the end goal, and I'm enjoying the time it takes to get there. I think that's super important because the journey is going to be most of your life, so you may as well enjoy it. I'm assuming that the end goal really isn't going to be an end goal. You know, things keep going and going and going. So if it's a constant journey, you may as well enjoy that journey. Life is hard, and things constantly get in the way. Obstacles come up, setbacks occur, and things come up that test our will to move forward. And settling and existing is a lot easier than living, because living takes a conscious effort to do so every single day. It takes a lot of self-reflection to see whether or not you're living or existing, and it takes a lot of self-assessment that is honest and truthful to you, you know, because it is self-assessment.
Oh my God! Wow!
Anyway, ask yourself these questions though. You know, are you comfortable right now? Are you content with where you are? Are you moving along in life but going nowhere at the same time? Are you kind of just spinning your tires? Are your relationships stagnant, or are they dynamic? You know, whatever job or career path you have, are you enjoying that? Is there places for growth? Is there places to move up and up and up? Are you happy to be alive, knowing that you're one day closer to achieving your goals and being where you want to be? If you aren't, and you kind of feel like life is just passing you by and you're just existing in this world, it might be important to sit back, take a second, and reflect and self-assess where you're at and the things that you can do to change your situation. There's always the ability to change your situation. You are in control of your situation. I hope that you can realize that, and I hope that you can realize that you don't need to bend to the will of life. You need to bend life at your will, and you can, and you will. And I think it's important to really believe that and assess the areas of your life that you know you can change to make yourself not only a happier person, but a more confident, more determined, and overall more motivated person to do what you want to do. So at the end of the day, ask yourself, am I living or am I existing? Because existing is a never-ending loop of mediocrity, and living is enjoying the path that you take life down. So if you're not living, you should probably try and start.